Well, we'll start with Bitcoin because it made its all-time high, which is actually hilarious. It just pumped all the way to it and then immediately just shot down, like you said, 10%. It was hilarious to watch and just exact crypto fashion. It was perfect. But we did just touch like a couple bucks above the previous all-time highs. So we could celebrate this week. We are now below it. Bitcoin's currently sitting at $67,237, which is incredible and really, really cool. It's up 1.6% today and up 7.46% on the week, despite having some crazy volatility. But either way, exciting things going on in the Bitcoin world, and we're going to talk more about that later on in the show. If we move on to Ethereum, though, Ethereum's been a bit of a beast. Since Bitcoin hit its all-time high, it just skyrocketed, and Ethereum began to outperform the moment that happened. Ethereum is up 13% on the week, 0.15% today, but currently sitting at $3,825, which is pretty amazing. I mean, I feel like Ethereum was at like 2,200 a couple weeks ago or a couple days ago even. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's been a bit of a beast. What are you looking at?
What about Solana, Kai?
See, diving in, I'm like, what's he see that I don't see? Solana just was lagging for a bit and then just absolutely ripped basically yesterday / a bit today. Actually, I guess it's mainly today. Look, it's up 12.3% in the last 24 hours, up 23.6% in the last week. Solana is currently sitting at $147, and it is clear skies ahead. I put out a tweet this morning. This thing's going to 175 faster than you can say. I don't remember what the meme coin was, but like Shiba, Obama,
Harry Potter,
whatever, Harry Potter,
Pac-Man,
that thing. So you can't say it, which is why I think Solana's going to get there faster than anyone else can say it. But yeah, Solana's been on an absolute tear, which everyone thought it was going to lag, but it said, nope, I'm going to join this party as well. And then we'll finish off with the crypto total market cap, which is at $2.46 trillion, up 10% on the week, 1.42% on the day. I believe actually this week it did go past $2.5 trillion. So we are growing up as an industry and becoming a big boy in the global financial world, which is pretty exciting.
Kai, what are you seeing that's giving you conviction for why we are still in such a good place and why we still have higher to go?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like a broken record at this point. How many weeks in a row we've talked about the flows of Bitcoin ETFs? It's just, they're so powerful and they just keep growing week after week. It's absolutely crazy. And there's no doubt this is the reason why Bitcoin is doing what it is. So we'll talk about a bit of this flow stuff and the demand around Bitcoin, but then we're also going to talk about how we're still not like sort of overbought, burnt out just yet. We're getting close. There are some things. This 10% correction we had was very much needed, but plenty of room to go. And then I want to talk about some historical things, looking at historically what's happened when Bitcoin has reached its all-time high. I'll tell you right now, the answer is extremely bullish, but I'm going to show you exact numbers. So to get things started, I just want to show a nice chart here of the total Bitcoin in ETFs currently, which has been up and up and up, obviously, since the ETFs launched. But they're currently creeping up to 800,000 Bitcoins. 800,000. We're getting close to 1 million Bitcoins. Remember, folks, there's only 21 million of these things. And currently, 800,000 is in all the Bitcoin ETFs currently. That number is just absolutely nuts. And then, you know, the growth that we've had so far since the ETFs launched is only picking up. We are literally starting to just reach massive numbers. So 7 weeks ago, when the ETFs all launched, obviously we had GBTC that already existed that had about 30 billion assets in it. We're currently sitting at 50 billion. About 8 billion of that is from actual capital, like flowing into the ETFs. And then the rest is from just the growth of Bitcoin, because we've obviously probably close to doubled since those ETFs went live. I don't know, it's a bit doubled, but we've done really, really well. So that's really what's going on there. And then if we look just on the 6th, I guess it was the 5th. So this was the day after we hit the all-time highs. IBIT, which took in a record-smashing 788 million in one day. So absolutely just massive. It was the record for ETFs so far. And that was on the day that we went down 10%. And then we're talking float. So like we still had almost $1 billion come into this one ETF on the day that we actually had a 10% decrease. So kind of what it's showing, at least what Eric Balkuna says here up in the tweet, is like, look, people think that the ETF investors are just like retail and they're going to be not hodling, not holding much. But it showed, you know, they're still buying even though the asset itself went down 10%. One of the rumors of why it went down 10% is a holder that has been holding Bitcoin for, I think it was 12 years, decided to dump like thousands of Bitcoin the moment it reached all-time highs. It was pretty ridiculous. They haven't sold in 12 years, and they chose the day that we hit all-time highs to do it. So it was pretty wild. I wish I had that chart up, but I don't have it here, but it's pretty interesting.